Hey everyone, it's Freya here and I'm so excited to be joined by you to watch and listen to the Stardust EP. I'm so excited to finally have the full EP, including London, all put together here today where we can watch the visualizers, listen to the songs, and I'm also going to tell you guys some behind the scenes stories about writing the songs, singing them on tour, the process of everything kind of happening and coming together as fast as it did. So grab a snack, we're going to dance, we're going to sing, we're going to have the best time. I'm happy to have you here with me. Here we go. Okay, first song, Silent Treatment. I'm back so soon, and I'm here to talk about Silent Treatment, which is the first song on the Stardust EP. Picking the track order for Stardust was surprisingly really easy. The hard part was the name, but we can get into that later. Silent Treatment instantly felt like the opener of this EP, and I feel like the EP tells a really fun story of like the first song being Silent Treatment when you're getting ghosted and it's a really hard time, and then ending it with Why'd You Have to Call, which kind of completes the story of silence and all the different emotions that come with that. Anyway, the story I wanted to tell right now that I actually have not said before, and I think some of you might find this interesting but also might hate me for this, so sorry. We actually have a music video for Silent Treatment filmed. But the reason that the Silent Treatment music video has not come out, and honestly I think it's going to stay in the vault, in the archives for probably the rest of time, is because we filmed it maybe a week after the song came out. Obviously it was such a fast rollout from like writing the song to realizing I really wanted to come out and having that gut feeling. We filmed the music video and then I went on the Jingle Ball tour and we were editing it, and we were in the editing room kind of like piecing it together, and the song kind of just ran away. I feel like in a really cool way where people were taking it and perceiving it how they wanted to, which also shaped up my perception the way I wanted it to be portrayed, and the video just wasn't doing that. So there is a video filmed, but unfortunately it's not going to come out. So that's a fun story if you don't hate me for that. But no, Silent Treatment has been the coolest thing of my life. I mean, it's definitely shaped my music career to what it is today. When we wrote Silent Treatment and even released it, there was not an EP surrounding it. There was nothing really expected from it. I think it was just one of those where we were like, this is fun. Like, we felt super excited about it, and that was kind of where everything led from. I went to see Audrey Hobart's show. Audrey Hobart, who I love so much, is my favorite artist in the world. I went to see her show last week in New Zealand with my friend Sway, and I was like just fangirling, honestly. I couldn't hold it back. I was fangirling and telling her how much I love Who's the Clown and how I listen to on car journeys, and she hits me back with Silent Treatment is a song I love so much, and she says she runs to it on the treadmill, which has changed my life. So if you're on the treadmill right now, then you're basically Audrey Hobart. Enjoy!
You played it cool and I played it dumb. Don't you think I'm a little too young to be messed with like that? So convincing, you made it look fun. Laugh it off, but the damage is done. Saying, baby, just relax, relax. I got my hopes too high. You hardly said goodbye, then casually walked out of my life. Oh, we don't talk anymore, talk anymore, talk anymore. Gave me the silent treatment. The least you could have done was give me a reason. And I can't ignore, I can't ignore, I can't ignore the way I hate you for leaving. Too much free time staring up at the ceiling. It's been a month since you went and checked in. I wanna ask, where the hell have you been? 'Cause I've been right where you left me. Pour my self-control down the sink. Almost die every time the phone rings. Why won't somebody help me? I got my hopes too high, read in between the lines. Am I supposed to read your mind? Oh, we don't talk anymore, talk anymore, talk anymore. Give me the silent treatment. The least you could have done was give me a reason. And I can't ignore, I can't ignore, I can't ignore the way I hate you for leaving. Too much free time staring up at the ceiling. You're a narcissist, I'm an optimist. Name a deadlier combo. Something's wrong with us, ain't it obvious? Build me up and then oh no, call me just a friend, here we go again. Tell them all that you hate me, hate me. It's the waste me. 'Cause we don't talk anymore, talk anymore, talk anymore. Gave me the silent treatment. Did you go find someone, or am I the reason? And I can't ignore, I can't ignore, I can't ignore the way I hate you for leaving. Too much free time staring up at the ceiling. Give me a reason for
Okay, we made it to Golden Boy, which is my second song on the Stardust EP. I have so many stories about Golden Boy. The song actually went through so many refinements, from writing the song to singing it at the acoustic shows, which were my first ever headline shows in my life. And I played it there and it got such a great reaction. I was so excited about it. But something you'll learn about me, you probably know about me, honestly, is that I love surprises. I love changing things up and improving things, even when you've already heard a version of it. I love for you to be like expecting something and then it'd be something new. So when we were rewriting the song after the acoustic shows, everyone was like, cool, this can just go out. And I was like, I would love to write a new bridge, because I love bridges so much and I feel like it just had an extra thing to be had. I think there was something more I wanted to do with it, and I wrote it and no one liked it. I wrote it and everyone was like, nah, I like the other one more. And I was like, oh, like, okay. Like, I didn't know what to say. I was really embarrassed. Because it's so vulnerable when you write new things and you're excited about them and no one else is. But again, a gut thing, so behind everyone's back, I texted my amazing producer, Jason, and I was like, hey, like, I voice memoed him the bridge, and I sounded awful. I voice memoed him this, and I was like, can you please just like make something? And I kind of spoke to him about my vision, and I was like, it needs to be like, like I just was horrific. And he sent it back, and I showed everyone, and they were like, still hate it. I was like, cool, great. So then I go in to record the vocals, and I wasn't supposed to record the extended bridge. I was meant to record the original bridge, which everyone liked more, and I recorded it. And the day we got the vocals on it, everyone was sold. They heard it and they were like, we loved it from the start. And I'm like, no, you didn't, you liar. But they all loved it and it all worked out great. And I'm so proud of it. It's honestly one of my favorite bridges. And at the Stars Align tour, singing that, I really enjoy it. So much so that I don't sing it. And I just put the mic to the crowd because I'm like, sing to me. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a really special moment. Sorry, I'm being so strange. But yeah, it just became a really fun, special moment. And I love the bridge so much. And something else that people have picked up on, which is another like funny story, I guess, is a lot of the lyric changes in the song. The day I wrote Golden Boy, I was really, really unhappy. I was really angry and sad. So I did lyrics that were just like wild. So when I did the acoustic shows, I just wrote something like the night before and was like, I chickened out. I was like, I can't do this. And then eventually when we came to rewriting the actual song to release it on the EP, we made them better. So a couple lyrics that no one's ever gonna hear, also in the vault, also in the archives with the Silent Treatment music video. You will never hear them because I got a little bit too angry. Happens to the best of us. So enjoy Golden Boy. Also, why do I write so many songs about gold? This is the last one. We'll never say never, but the album's called Gold.
Was a trail of destruction that led straight to you. Ignored all the signs that I wish weren't true. You're such a good actor, I guess you had me fooled. Guess I was convenient when I was around, 'cause you love attention, the talk of the town. And I'd build you up while you just tear me down. What's done is done, I'm on the other side now. So you can play the golden boy and lose yourself in all the noise of your kind, and you're so perfect, I'd love to be your girlfriend. You were lucky once, how's life living on the surface? We talk all the time, now we don't even speak. I'm wide awake while you're both still asleep. You're so unaffected by our history. But what's done is done, I'm on the other side now. So you can play the golden boy and lose yourself in all the noise of your kind, and you're so perfect, I'd love to be your girlfriend. You were lucky once, how's life living so perfect, I'd love to be your girlfriend. How's life living on the surface? You can really play the part while you say breaking all these hearts. So what's it like to be his girlfriend? Looks good, but it's a burden. You were lucky once. Have fun living on the surface.
Petty Eddie. We've arrived at Petty, which is actually one of my... Okay, it was one of the songs that I honestly didn't expect for people to love as much as they have. I mean, I obviously love all the songs so much, otherwise I wouldn't put them on the EP. I believe so much in loving every single song so much that you can't even pick a favorite and you just like feel so passionate about them all. However, it kind of felt like it was gonna be my favorite and it wasn't gonna align with everyone else's. So when it came out, and everyone had this reaction to it, I was kind of taken aback in a really pleasant way. And a fun story about Petty was the moment that everyone loved so much, the Petty Eddie, that was cut from the song. Yeah, I know. We wrote it the first day I was in there, and it used to be something different. It was like, I think it was Petty Eddie, so we had an extra note in it. And when I listened to it, I was like, ooh, it's like, I like didn't like how it sounded. It was like really irritating me, and I'd be in the car and I would honestly have fights with this, fights about this, like loving fights, but fights with my producer Jay. Actually, he's very laid back, we didn't fight. Producer Jay and my manager and A&R and my label, like we were all just like, we all had really conflicting opinions on whether we should write a new post-chorus or whether we should keep it or just have nothing. So we maybe had 8 different versions. So the second version we did was we just cut it completely and it was just like a guitar riff, which I loved for a while. And then we were about to send the songs to mastering, which when you send the song to mastering, it's locked. Like when it's been mastered, that's like the final song and that's what then gets put on all the streaming platforms and everywhere. And the day before I was like, I'm gonna go to the studio, like let me just like book a quick session. I ran it with my vocal producer Cam, and we changed it to like, now it's just Petty Eddie rather than Petty Eddie. And I loved it and I was really excited to buy it. So then it went straight to mastering and it came out a week later. So that's the story behind Petty. The honestly favorite moment from you guys was almost not in the song. So I'm very glad I trusted my gut. The same way with Silent Treatment too, like that almost never happened. So I'm very glad I trusted my gut with all these things. So Petty Eddie nearly didn't happen, but I'm very glad it did. Enjoy the song.
You had it out from the moment you met me, running your mouth. Aren't you tired already? You let me down, so I'll let you down gently. We could be friends, but you're way too calculated. You move your lips and it sounds automated. Oh, you're a queen bee without the hive. Now it's coming to life. Two-faced. You sing my songs but call them overrated. Oh, damn, I'm so done with your lies. No tears fall when you cry. This is a losing game, and frankly I don't wanna play. Clearly you have something to say, then say it right now. You had it out from the moment you met me, running your mouth. Aren't you tired already? You're way too Petty Eddie, Petty Eddie, way too Petty Eddie, Petty Eddie. You're way too Petty Eddie, Petty Eddie. Oh, we could be friends, but you're way too hard-headed. One thing goes wrong, you act like Armageddon. Oh, I keep dodging all the mines, pretending like it's fine, but it's not your fault. This is a losing game, and frankly I don't wanna play. Clearly you have something to say, then say it right now. You had it out from the moment you met me, running your mouth. Aren't you tired already? You let me down, so I'll let you down gently. We could be friends, but you're way too Petty Eddie, Petty Eddie, way too Petty Eddie, Petty Eddie. You're way too Petty Eddie, Petty Eddie. Oh, we could be friends, but you're way too pretty to be acting like that. Smiling in my face, oh, while the knife is in my back. I'll watch you build a house of cards and let it all
Tomorrow, we've made it to our 4th song on the Stardust EP. This is the more sad, vulnerable, kind of exposed song on the EP, which was kind of something we weren't sure of how we wanted to approach, or if we wanted to approach it at all, because Silent Treatment was the North Star for the EP, and everything surrounding it, like Golden Boy and Petty, which is such like up-tempo songs, kind of felt right in the realm of Silent Treatment. So coming up with Maybe Tomorrow was a really kind of last-minute addition. We had the EP finalized, and I was still in the studio just kind of working away, because I feel like I always am, which I love. And I was like, let's just write something sad, not even for the EP. And I had some lyrics in my phone, like, the dust hasn't settled, it's up in the air. Have you fully moved on? Because I'm not going there. So we had some lyrics written down from just like my notes app and feelings I'd had. And we get on the guitar, and the first thing one of my co-writers, Nick, comes out is something like, maybe tomorrow, da, 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 da. And I was like, well, like, okay, you're just perfect then. Like, it was so amazing. It was one of the moments we were all looking at each other, like, taken back. It was very cinematic, if I'm going to be honest. There was like a clear roof, the rain was pouring, we were all in our cozies. It was amazing. And yeah, I think the song just shaped up around him saying that. And yeah, it just kind of fell out in what felt like 2 hours. And the song that we recorded that day is literally the song that ended up coming out. A lot of people were saying like, let's add some more kind of things to it, or maybe like enlargen it slightly, to kind of make it feel more in the realm of the EP. And I was like, honestly, I like how vulnerable it is. I like how exposed it is. I think that's what makes it stand out so much in the EP, similarly to London, which is obviously our new kind of like bonus track to the EP. And I think that too just feels so bare in a way that is so honest and like raw. And that's what I love so much about ballads. I think not being afraid of exposure is what I think makes them so cool. So Maybe Tomorrow is a song that's very special to me. I love singing it on tour. I look forward to it every night. And yeah. Oh, I have a fun story. I wrote a bridge for it that never came out. I wrote a bridge. Honestly, all these stories are bridges. I argue with myself a lot. That's a battle in my mind. But we wrote a bridge, and I started calling people, and they were like, this just doesn't feel right. Like, I think you should just leave it as it is. So I wrote another bridge, and they were like, no, just leave it as it is. Tried one more time. They were like, no, let's just leave it as it is. So ultimately, I do now agree with the verdict to leave it as it is, because again, simple is sometimes better. And yeah, Maybe Tomorrow. Enjoy. Let's just be honest.
Let's just be honest. Let's set the scene. You painted yourself in a light so pristine, and it was so blinding that no one could see the obvious ways that you disregard me. But you just got a way of making me find reasons to say, maybe tomorrow I'll stand a chance, but I'm breaking myself while I'm doing this dance, and I can't keep wasting my patience on you. You're keeping me up 'cause you're letting me down. I can't burn a fire you keep putting out, and you don't know what you're putting me through. Guess boys will just do what they do. Yeah, boys will just do what they do. The dust hasn't settled, it's up in the air. Have you fully moved on? 'Cause I'm not quite there. Is it something I'm lacking, or somebody new? I'll never get it from your point of view. Still, you've just got a way of making me find reasons to say, maybe tomorrow I'll stand a chance, but I'm breaking myself while I'm doing this dance, and I can't
So Why'd You Have to Call, our final song off of the Stardust EP, minus London. It's such a special one. I remember going in to write this song, and I got to work on this song with Matt, Man, and Robin, who were just legendary, and then Julia Michaels, who is an icon in honestly every single way. And I remember when I met them for the first time, they walked into the room and I was like, okay, be calm, like how do I act? Like I just didn't know what to do. I just forgot how to be normal. You know, when you start thinking about how you're being perceived, so you're like, am I blinking too much? Like, it actually just becomes a thing where you're like, wow, where does my tongue usually sit in my mouth? You know what I mean? Like, you're thinking about the smallest details and it's so embarrassing. So anyways, I hope she never sees this, by the way. So she walks in and I couldn't form a sentence. Genuinely, for the first maybe hour, she'd be like, so how are you? And I'd be like, nothing would come out. I couldn't form a sentence, which come to realize is really difficult when you're trying to write a song, which is just words. But I think over the day, like, she's just such a cool person. I think I really loosened up and just like was able to realize just that it was actually very calm and casual, and I didn't need to freak out as much as I was freaking out, but sometimes you can't help it. So we start writing the song and we're just having the best time. I remember that day, and it was honestly the worst day. I was honestly really annoyed because I was like, it's my day with Julia, like this is meant to be the best day ever, and I just got on a phone call. And I think the EP tells this story very clearly of like ghosted to then all the feelings in between to then Why'd You Have to Call being like, oh, I was just fine and you reminded me you exist. But I was really annoyed because I wanted it to be the most perfect day and I was just sad all day. And I didn't tell anyone for a while because I was like, oh, like this is just like embarrassing, like just pick up the phone like a normal person, but I didn't. And anyways, come to terms, like, your car ain't gonna be parked in, sorry. I explained the story and then we're like, oh, let's just write this song. And I think it's always the best when you write songs about actually pure emotion and how you're actually feeling, because that's what's gonna pour out of you, like, you know, the best, and it's gonna make the best song at the end of the day. But I think by telling that story and writing about it, by the end of the day, we were jumping and dancing and like screaming to this song to the point where Matt, Man, and Robin were like, you guys are crazy. But we were just having the best time and it felt like such a celebration of what we'd done, but also the way that we just met and been so vulnerable so fast. So I've just talked for ages about the song, but I feel so passionately about it. And while I think it isn't the most upfront and clearly the most vulnerable song on the EP, I think for me, it almost does feel like very personal because it's kind of very clearly telling the story of me being a weirdo, so not answering the phone calls. So enjoy the song. Here's a bit of backstory. So yeah.
That your car ain't gonna be parked in my drive. Now my heart doesn't stop when I see one passing by. I can talk about you now without wanting to cry. Smell of you slowly fades every time I wash my clothes. Fear of you goes away when I go places we'd go. I don't skip other songs when they're on the radio. Isn't this always how the story goes? Yeah, isn't this always how the story goes? I was just getting back to myself since you proved you don't care at all. I was just telling all of my friends that I finally healed from the fall. So baby, why'd
London, which is finally out. I'm so excited that London is finally yours. I really remember writing London and being like, okay, this needs to go on the EP somewhere, and it just wasn't kind of aligning with everything. Same way Bad Taste, which story for another time, didn't quite fit in with the EP, and also how kind of small and like low-key I wanted it to be. Not that it is low-key, but you know what I mean. It just felt like it just didn't fit into the story or the way I wanted it to be portrayed, the story I wanted to tell. So we ended up kind of holding back and performing them on tour and stuff, which was so magical. So I'm so excited that it's finally out. I hope you like it. And if not, that's okay too, because I'm so proud of this song. A lot of the time when I would go into the studio, I'd be like, I'd never really have like a title idea. I usually just have like lyrics and concepts and melodies that I'm just really like inspired by and are in my voice memos. But this day I was working with Sophie, who is one of my favorite people to write songs with. She's the best, and I wrote Silent Treatment with her. I've wrote many songs with her, and she was like, so like what should we do? Like I have some ideas, and I was like, I want to write a song called London. And I think this week the week that we wrote this song and a couple others, I remember I was kind of just like down, and I didn't know why. I couldn't put my finger on it. And the whole week I was so inspired by writing songs that weren't traditional, that people weren't going to be like, oh, like verse, pre-chorus, chorus, bridge. Like this is like, you know, sounds like the normal song you hear every day. I was writing songs with harmonica solos. I was writing songs that like didn't make sense, and I was loving that. So with London, it kind of felt like something very kind of left field from anything I've done before, where it's not got a chorus, and it's not something that honestly is like very universally probably appealing, because I mention my friends by names, and I mention very specific details about my life with my windmill and my family and setting fire to the garden. Real story, really scary. We're all good. My dog Ruby barking, and like all these things that I think probably are quite personal to me. And I think that's why I shied away from the song for so long, because I was like, oh, like no one's gonna like this, because it's very clearly just a song that I feel like I wrote for myself. And I think in that moment I was like, well, maybe that's what makes it so powerful, that it is a song just written from literally the heart, so clearly about how I'm feeling. And in that moment it felt so about London, the place, and my home and my friends and my family and my dog Ruby, love her to bits. But I think the more I listened when I was on tour and stuff, I started to realize like, oh, like there was a person who was coming to mind a lot when I was singing to London, who almost felt like a home too. And I think it was that realization, which was a scary one too, but I think it was that realization that made me think like, oh, actually maybe this is universally relatable and appealing, because right now I'm not even thinking about what I initially wrote the song about. I'm thinking about this person who feels like a home to me, and I feel like I'll always come back to, and whatever. So I feel like hopefully you guys will be able to listen to London and think about your home, or a family person, or someone you're in a relationship with, or a friend, or even if it's like your stuffed animal. Like I'm coming back to her, Lola, you know what I mean? Like I'm coming back to my elephant every night. So I think there's something really powerful about a song that isn't written necessarily to appeal, and honestly just for me. So this was like a very special, but also probably scariest song that I've ever released, because it's so detailed, and there's no kind of illusion with this, or like anonymity in this song. So I think it feels very exciting that it's out, but also kind of scary too. So I hope you like it, and I hope it can help you think about what your London is, because I think the more I was listening to it, the more I realized that there were some things that I didn't think I felt so comfortable with and think I felt so safe with, but turns out I did. So please enjoy London. I'm so excited that it's finally yours. And also, you're my London, always and forever.
There's only one place I wanna lay my head. There's only one street that I'll never forget. There's only one name, and no better than myself, I'm coming back to you. There's only Sundays hearing Ruby barking through the big flames. Almost set fire to the garden, still a dark spot right there where my heart is coming London. I'd rather stand there, dripping in the rain out the window. The colors on the leaves have changed, but I can feel you running through my veins. I'm coming back to you, sipping coffee at the cafe that we crave, singing off key. We have Gracie on replay, because you know me like we never turn the page. I'm coming back to you, London. To the left, we'll go over. Olivia confessed that I was missed here. I'm hopping on a jet and coming back to you. I'll take the fast train right up to the door. It feels more peaceful than it ever did before. When the leaves change, I'll be on a different shore and coming back to you, London. I'm coming back, I'm coming back. I'm coming back to you.
So thank you so much for listening to the whole Stardust EP, including London now. I have talked for so long. I thought it was going to be like a 20-minute video and I would talk for like 20 seconds. But I think I realized when I started talking about the songs, it just reminds me of my undying, unconditional love for these songs and how excited and proud I am, and the stories of how they came to be and singing them on tour, and all of the positive memories that maybe these harder situations that have become these songs remind me of. So it's just so special, and I feel so grateful that you have watched to the end because I've talked so much. But I hope there was some enjoyment out of this. I hope you enjoyed listening to the songs and watching them in a new way, hopefully, and maybe you even listen in a new way after hearing all of these stories. But yeah, I'm just really proud of this whole EP, and it's been nice, honestly, coming off of tour to be in New Zealand for a while and just have a couple months to process this EP and what it's done for me and how it's changed my life and how I feel like it's drawn me so much closer to all of you too. I feel very lucky. So I hope you enjoyed. And I can't wait to do this again for hopefully my next body of work and the next one after and the next one after, and hopefully many more to come. So thank you for watching. I love you so much. My London forever. Mwah.